Now, based on Justin's recent release of documents, an expert I spoke to says Blake will fold. It's the only way to save face. So I think really the countdown is on to see Blake and Ryan eat some humble pie.
We just broke a shocking story. There is a rift, and I think that is an understatement of a word, a rift between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively. Taylor feels like she's been used.
Yeah, used in the middle of Blake Lively's war with Justin Baldoni. And there's certain things that that we know Blake has said about Taylor in reference to that battle that do not sit well with Taylor at all. The big one, dragons.
Yeah.
What happened was more of a happenstance meeting between Taylor and Justin, and Taylor, well, I say happenstance, Taylor thinks it was done intentionally
by Blake. So what happened was there was a 2-hour meeting with Blake, Justin Baldoni, and Ryan Reynolds. At the end of the meeting, that was the time Blake told Taylor to come over. And she believes, we're told, that Blake set her up and wanted her to come in when Justin was still there to show Blake's power.
Right.
And so
which is how Justin received it. He said that in his lawsuit.
But Blake certainly made it seem that way with the text to Justin. And I think, honestly, that text to Justin is saying, look at the power I have.
Right.
I have Taylor
Exactly,
Swift.
and
Taylor started to ask questions, we're told, and she's found out that Blake, according to our sources, has been name-dropping Taylor to kind of, flex.
Sort of leveraging Taylor in specifically in one instance, telling an actress that she had been cast by Taylor, and we're told that Taylor had nothing to do with casting anybody.
I hear that Taylor may have had some influence in getting the role.
She did. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I'm meant to be saying it, but I'm saying it. Yeah, she was a helpful part of the process of the audition, which I found out later after I got it, and that rocked my world. Yeah. I have no words.
What happens when Hollywood's Golden Girl faces off against one of its most ambitious directors? The answer? Chaos. The feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni over It Ends With Us has spiraled into a whirlwind of accusations, lawsuits, and shocking revelations. But this isn't just about two stars clashing. It's about power, manipulation, and a battle for control that has dragged in everyone from Taylor Swift to Ryan Reynolds. And just when you think it couldn't get any messier, rumors of secret texts, legal maneuvers, and even dragons emerge. Let's dive into the drama. Blake Lively is no stranger to the spotlight, but now she's facing scrutiny like never before. Her legal battle with Justin Baldoni has taken a bizarre turn as she fights to avoid being deposed by his lead lawyer. According to insiders, Blake's team claims the lawyer made unspecified comments that make him unsuitable to question her. But here's the kicker. A judge has ruled that Blake doesn't get to choose who deposes her. Legal experts are calling this an unprecedented move, with some suggesting it reveals just how nervous Blake is about facing tough questions under oath. Why would she go to such lengths to avoid a deposition? Could it be that her carefully crafted narrative won't hold up under pressure? Critics argue that Blake's request is a desperate attempt to shield herself from scrutiny, especially as evidence mounts against her claims. Even her own legal team seems to be scrambling, accused of hypocrisy for criticizing Justin's lawyer while allegedly leaking information to the media themselves. As the legal battle heats up, one thing is clear: Blake's fear of deposition might be the first crack in her armor.
But I was just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of both.
It's really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and kind of like my outfit, I guess.
Taylor Swift and Blake Lively have long been seen as Hollywood besties, but now their friendship is reportedly on shaky ground. Why? Because Taylor feels used, yes, used, in Blake's escalating feud with Justin Baldoni. According to sources, Taylor believes Blake intentionally dragged her into the drama by orchestrating a meeting between Taylor and Justin under false pretenses. Here's what allegedly happened. Blake invited Taylor over while Justin was still at her house following a meeting with Ryan Reynolds. Taylor reportedly felt blindsided by the encounter and later discovered that Blake had been name-dropping her to flex her influence in Hollywood circles. Worse yet, Blake allegedly claimed Taylor had cast an actress in a project, something Taylor denies having any involvement in. This revelation has left Taylor feeling betrayed and questioning Blake's motives. Could this rift signal the end of their high-profile friendship? And how will it impact public perception of Blake as more details come to light? Blake Lively has always been seen as a savvy player in Hollywood, but her alleged use of Taylor Swift's name takes things to another level. Insiders claim that Blake has been leveraging her friendship with Taylor to bolster her own influence during the It Ends With Us saga. In one instance, she reportedly told an actress that she had been personally cast by Taylor, a claim that sources close to Taylor say is completely false. This isn't just about name-dropping. It's about using someone else's reputation as leverage in a high-stakes power play. For Justin Baldoni, this was yet another example of Blake trying to assert dominance over the project. In fact, text messages between Blake and Justin reportedly show her flaunting her connection to Taylor as a way to intimidate him during negotiations. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Taylor herself is said to be furious about being drug into the drama without her consent. As more details emerge, it seems clear that Blake's tactics may have backfired spectacularly.
I mean, I internalized that as opportunity. Like, we had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yes.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blasé.
It's believing that people and humanity are inherently good. And they crave nutritious food in their soul, just as they do in their bodies.
Behind every great scandal lies a master plan, or so it seems in this case. Sources allege that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds had a calculated strategy to wrest creative control of It Ends With Us away from Justin Baldoni. The plan reportedly began with subtle power plays, but escalated when harassment claims were used as leverage against Justin. According to insiders, Ryan saw this film as an opportunity to revive Blake's career by securing her a producer credit, a move that would give her both prestige and influence in Hollywood circles. But here's the twist. Ryan allegedly believed that Blake needed this project more than anything because her career was stagnating. Text messages between the couple reportedly revealed their frustration with Justin for not bowing to their demands early on in production. By leveraging threats and legal maneuvers, they managed to gain significant control over the film. But at what cost? The fallout from their actions has not only damaged relationships, but also raised serious questions about ethics and accountability in Hollywood. One of the most bizarre elements of this saga is Blake Lively's infamous "dragons" comment, a cryptic warning she sent to Justin Baldoni early on in their conflict. In a text message revealed during legal proceedings, Blake told Justin she would unleash her dragons if he didn't comply with her demands regarding creative decisions on It Ends With Us. At first, no one knew what she meant by this ominous statement, but now it seems clear that it was a metaphor for her aggressive tactics behind the scenes. From leveraging harassment claims to involving high-premium allies like Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, Blake appears to have pulled out all the stops in her quest for control over the project. But while these tactics may have worked temporarily, they've also painted a troubling picture of manipulation and power plays that could tarnish her reputation for years to come. Blake Lively has accused Justin Baldoni of inappropriate behavior on set, but evidence suggests she may not be telling the whole truth. One of her main complaints was about Justin using the word sexy to describe her wardrobe during filming, a term she claimed made her uncomfortable. However, text messages and video evidence show that Blake herself frequently referred to her outfits as sexy, even encouraging others on set to use similar language. In one exchange, Justin thanked Blake for introducing him to his new favorite word, sparkly, which she used repeatedly during costume discussions. Critics argue that this inconsistency undermines Blake's claims and raises questions about whether she was deliberately fishing for incidents she could use against Justin later on.
And being frank, if it were not for women giving me direct feedback in my own personal life and being a man who was willing to at least listen to them, there's no chance that I would be having this conversation. So the message, to answer your question, the message is very simple. As men, we need to embrace all of the parts of us that make us human. That's it.
It is.
It's
And
very simple.
I just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
Were you
maybe-
reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, I got snot coming out of my nose.
Blake Lively's claims of harassment against Justin Baldoni have been a focal point of this feud, but the timeline and evidence tell a very different story. One of her most significant accusations involved uncomfortable kisses and improvised intimate scenes. However, insiders revealed that no such scenes were filmed before the writer's strike, making her claims questionable. Additionally, Blake refused to sign the nudity rider, a standard agreement in the industry, at the start of filming. If she had genuine concerns about boundaries, why didn't she raise them earlier? Emails from Justin show that he went out of his way to ensure her comfort, frequently checking in and seeking her approval for every creative decision. Even more shocking are allegations that Blake fabricated a story about Wayfarer Studios CEO Jamie Heath discussing a porn addiction with her, claims that Heath has vehemently denied. Furthermore, Justin's efforts to connect Blake with holistic health coaches were twisted into accusations that he was pressuring her about weight loss. These inconsistencies paint a picture of someone crafting a narrative rather than addressing real issues. As more evidence emerges, it becomes harder to reconcile Blake's accusations with the facts. Behind the scenes of It Ends With Us, Blake Lively reportedly wielded significant influence, and not always for the better. Sources claim she was responsible for the firing of multiple crew members, including 2 assistant directors and 2 other staffers. While Blake has accused others of creating a toxic work environment, these actions raise questions about her own behavior on set. Was she genuinely addressing issues or using her power to remove those who disagreed with her? Adding to the controversy are reports that Blake actively sought out incidents she could use against Justin Baldoni. Insiders allege that she exaggerated or misrepresented situations to build a case against him, all while maintaining an outward image of professionalism. This alleged pattern of manipulation has left many wondering whether Blake was more focused on controlling the narrative than fostering a collaborative environment. Her actions have sparked debates within Hollywood about accountability and fairness, especially when powerful stars use their influence to reshape projects in their favor. When it came time to promote It Ends With Us, Blake Lively faced an unexpected backlash. Fans and critics alike noticed inconsistencies in her messaging about the film, particularly when it was revealed that she hadn't even read the book before signing on. This revelation undermined her credibility and fueled speculation that she was more interested in securing a producer credit than genuinely connecting with the story. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's passion for the project shone through during interviews, earning him praise for his dedication and authenticity. The contrast between their approaches couldn't have been starker, and it didn't go unnoticed by the public. As negative press mounted against Blake, she reportedly tried to shift blame onto Justin, accusing him of orchestrating smear campaigns to tarnish her image. But this strategy backfired spectacularly as more evidence surfaced supporting Justin's version of events. The promotional tour became yet another battleground in their ongoing feud, further damaging Blake's reputation while solidifying Justin's standing as a dedicated filmmaker. The fallout from this feud extends far beyond It Ends With Us. Industry insiders report that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are facing increasing isolation in Hollywood due to their alleged manipulation during the film's production. Studios are reportedly hesitant to work with them after witnessing the chaos they created behind the scenes. For many, this saga has highlighted troubling power dynamics in Hollywood, where influence and connections can sometimes overshadow talent and collaboration. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni appears to be emerging stronger from this ordeal. Armed with receipts and a reputation for professionalism, he has gained support from fans and colleagues alike who admire his resilience in the face of adversity. As Hollywood watches this drama unfold, one question remains: what will be the long-term impact on everyone involved? For now, it seems clear that while Justin is poised for a comeback, Blake and Ryan may have burned bridges they can never rebuild.
Basically, music, I've always wanted to own my own music since I started making my music. And if you probably don't know this, but most of your favorite artists do not own their work.
People care so much more about your personal life than they do your work. And if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
The feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni isn't just another Hollywood scandal. It's a cautionary tale about power, accountability, and how far people are willing to go to control their narratives. From legal battles and leaked texts to fractured friendships and public backlash, this saga has exposed cracks in an industry built on appearances. As fans await further developments, like potential courtroom revelations or fallout from Taylor Swift's involvement, it's clear that this story is far from over. Will Blake and Ryan recover from this reputational hit? Or will Justin emerge as the ultimate victor? One thing is certain, this scandal will be remembered as one of Hollywood's most dramatic power struggles.